the sneaky nature of cancer slipping through the cracks and becoming present in the body. And it could be on the cellular cycle, on the cellular component of things, or also on the replication component of things, including when we replicate certain proteins, such as with RNA. For the purpose of just keeping this in the cancer section, I'm going to stop there with the cancer topics. So let's take a look. On my screen sharing, I'm going to share a different screen here. Let's take a look at the items that are left on week 1's agenda here. All right, as part of testing components and key items to take out. It's chromosomal characteristics of Prader-Willi, Engelmann's. I threw in Down syndrome there, but I threw it in earlier in the conversation. I'll mention it again. With Down syndrome, we're looking at an extra chromosome on chromosome 21, often known as trisomy 21. But this would be something characteristic, if looking at karyotype charts, what we could identify as Down syndrome being present. So extra chromosome on chromosome 21. Prader-Willi versus Angelman syndrome. I'll give you kind of a little description. If I have 4 million base pair deletions on chromosome 15 from the maternal side, which syndrome will I have?
Engelman. Or Angel, whatever one it is.
Yeah, that would be Angelman or Engelman. If I had that same condition, except on the paternal side, then we'd be
Prader-Willi.
Prader-Willi, yeah. Genomic imprinting. Remember, this is like silencing a gene, kind of shutting it off so it's not being expressed. That's basically what's happening during genomic imprinting. It lets only some, whatever silenced, obviously is not expressed, so it's going to come from the other parent's side of things, what would be actually expressed. If both parents are expressing some type of gene within the offspring, the offspring would be said to have had biallelic expression. So mom and dad are contributing something, both of which is being expressed. If only mom or dad, only one of them was allowed to express something, maybe because of gene silencing. Maybe we silence dad's gene, so mom's gene's coming through. This is monoallelic expression. Mono would be 1, so only one of the parents allowed to express something through the gene. Biallelic, bi would be 2, so both parents are expressing this. All right, and then we covered everything else with the mini review before we did this section. So I would say every week, I would even download this little handy study guide. Just add a couple of notes that I'm discussing as we go through it at the end of each section, and kind of add a little bit to it, get yourself acquainted with understanding these particular topics. To further kind of complement your learning, again, just look at the chapter reviews. I know you're not going to read these entire sections. I understand nursing school timing, and it's very seldom that you can fully read and comprehend these chapters. They're very time consuming. But at the very least, again, these chapter summaries would kind of complement, again, some of the learning, just to get a little bit more informational based off of these topics.
I have some questions.
Yeah, questions.
So in regards to the group projects, are you going to allow us time in class to go work with our groups? Are you going to break us off into groups, or do we have to do that on our own time?
With that one, I'll have you do it on your own time. Connect with your group members, and then you guys can kind of collectively just decide on splitting up the project of sorts. But create good finite timelines, especially being prepared to present when your sign-up week is ready to go.
Okay, so you will be breaking us off into groups to work on the project?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
If there's time actually next week, I could probably break you guys up into groups for like a half hour's time or so.
That would be great. I think that would be a good idea.
Let's see. Show of hands if you're okay with that. I'm more than happy. All right, there's a lot of show of hands too. So we'll reserve some time next week to break up into those groups, especially since you guys might have different schedules outside of going to class. Maybe some of you work tonight. Maybe some of you have plans. So yeah, we could reserve some time next week for sure.
Okay, thank you. And another question. So we have assigned reading for this course. Where is that located at in the Canvas? Because I can't find it.
As far as assigned reading, it's going to be located. I'm going to go back to the course calendar on the syllabus with this one.
Okay, so you're going to have everything on the course calendar.
Yeah, so the course calendar, which is toward the end of the syllabus, what we'll see here is kind of chapters associated with the topics. Let me go down to this topic guide here.
And is it going to give us what we need to read every week?
Yeah, it'll give you. Oh, here we go. So chapters 2 and 3, that would be this week's. 4 and 9 next week. But again, I do.
Oh, okay. I see what you're. It took a minute to load. Okay.
I would recommend, at the very least, skimming the chapter summaries. Use the study guide just kind of as a sense of a reference to focus some of those topics.
So, along with that question, are we doing anything with this book right here, which is part of the book bundle that we were forced to purchase? And this is the study guide. Do we need to do anything with this for you?
The study guide I will not be collecting. Under, again, the online system that we're doing now, I can't physically collect these. That is a good.
Other instructors had us take pictures of them and then send them in as part of an assignment.
Those are definitely good references to complete. I'm not going to have you complete them in this particular case.
Okay. That's all the questions I have. Thank you.
No problem. So yeah, guys, the readings you'll see under the kind of the middle tab, reading and study guide assignments. I won't physically be collecting these. I won't make you take a picture of them. It's just kind of a good supplement at this particular point to the readings. But again, kind of aim your focus on what's covered under the study
What
guide.
happened?
I died. I'm getting run over.
I'm almost done with class.
Again, feel free to start any of
I'm
these
almost done with class.
practice exams, foods and electrolytes A, or the endocrine one. Those I would recommend. Don't do the pathophysiology A one because I believe that would just be extra work. Kaplan again has changed some of their items, so we might have an alternate test here coming up in the next few weeks that I'm able to actually sign you up for and have you test on that one. But the other two, again, you could finish at any time. Any other questions, guys? I know we went up to almost the end of class time here. But I like that you bring up that idea. We'll work on some of these presentations, at least the last 30 minutes of class for the next session. That way you guys don't have to plan any outside time to work on these particular projects, and or if you do, you'll have like at least a pretty solid conversation within your groups just to kind of assign different topic slides or however you break it up. And I'll be there to answer your questions too, so I'll put you guys in breakout groups for that. Other than that, thank you guys. You have another class starting up pretty soon, huh? Is it at 3?
No, this is it.
We had a class earlier this morning, and then we had your class right after the other one.
Okay, that made better sense because last semester they made this the first class, and then they had you get the classes going to basically the evening. Traditionally, it would be again, attending 212 first and then this class. So I'll see you guys next week otherwise. If you think of any questions, shoot them at me. Maybe it's start a class next week or via email. I'm more than happy to answer. Otherwise, stay safe out there.
You too.
Bye, guys.